Welcome to Absurd, everybody. Yeah. So, what's the number of this episode?
97. We are slowly, very slowly getting to 100.
We're limping to 100.
Yeah.
Okay. Episode 97, everybody, of the hopefully not bad audioed Get My Go. We are hoping to get into three figures before the end of the year, or should I say Christmas. And what we're going to do today is, well, before we get to that, I should actually start by introducing the thing. We have, of course, got the Aussie Guy, the star of the expanding United States of Australia, and his real name is what's up, Aussie Guy?
But Hughezy, yeah, last time I was on a screen with you was just before I quote unquote blew up in the Dabbleverse. But no, it's thank you for that, Hughezy. Haven't had the chance to say that to your face there, man.
Thanks, there,
thank
man.
you for thank you, and I'm sure you thank me for the views and fucking shit that you got for that episode as well.
Yeah, 2024 has been a good, fun year of socializing for the H-Man. So I've pretty much neglected my YouTube channel and podcast almost completely. And then thanks to the Aussie Guy's bad temper, that I've been able to get back on track. That's going to head into a lovely Christmassy season before I go back to a lot of social activities. But of course, even better than Aussie Guy, whose real name is, we have got Durband on, whose real name is Mike Durband. Durband, how are you doing today, my love?
Doing great. And since we're exposing people's real names, I want to tell everybody thank you very much to for being our archivist and for supplying the new. If you look in the Get My Go videos if you go back in the old ones and look, he has somehow used this ChatGPT thing to, I don't know how it does it, but it what's it called?
It summarizes. It
summarizes
the episode. ChatGPT goes through it and it spits out an explanation of what the episode's about.
And they're brilliant. They're so it's not a human doing it. It's like a computer doing it, and it's somehow it like really picks up on all the little nuances and everything. It's kind of scary actually. But thank you again. I know he doesn't want to be named or recognized, but his name is, and we love him, and thank you very much for all you do.
Yeah, no, he's awesome. He's a champ. Or just on those chat GPT things, what I loved about it is some of them, like the episode number, I'll be like, what was this episode again? And then you start reading it and you go, holy shit, yeah, I remember every little bit of this.
Yeah.
Like it does do well. And especially bottom right episode, how it pointed out that the guy was playing Monopoly. Like we made such a point of his Monopoly game that ChatGPT picked up on it.
And since that episode, Mike has actually met what was that guy called again? JVCD in person?
No, I didn't meet JVD. I met Herb Crackerjack.
Ah.
Yes. I didn't meet Rue. I met Herb Crackerjack, and that was at the NWA 76 show in Philly. And man, it was a great meeting. I'm not ashamed to admit I'm a huge Herb Crackerjack fan. And I saw him there. I met him, and I was on his YouTube channel. You can check that out here. Here's the I don't know the address, but here's where to go to find it. You know what? Maybe I'll include a little clip that I have not released yet of me sneaking up on him.
God damn, is that Herb Crackerjack? Oh Jesus! Look at this! Look at this shit!
Now I know this boy. From the Get My Go show. Now let me tell you something, because right after we do this, I gotta get you on my show. My boy Rue's gonna be pissed off. We got Mike Durband right here from the Get My Go show, and if you don't know who this boy is, you better find out. He talks a lot of shit. To be honest with you, I gotta be honest with you. This boy talks a lot of shit about me, about everybody in this room.
Where's JVD?
I tried to get him here.
Where is he?
He's playing in his card shop. I tried to drag his ass here, but what happened? He didn't want him removed from his Pokemon card. He loves Charizard. He loves Pikachu. He loves, what's the other one? Mewtwo or some shit? I don't know. I can't get his ass here, Michael.
Are you enjoying the show so far?
I love the show so much. When I saw Billy Corgan, Michael, you know what I thought? I thought to my youth. I thought to 1979. I thought to Bullet with Butterfly Wings. I thought to everything that I love about just music in general. And now we are blending wrestling with music. NWA, Smashing Pumpkins. Right there. You know what I'm saying? These people know what I'm saying. Okay? They understand. They've been sitting here for like 20 minutes. They ain't enjoying the show. They enjoying their Diet Pepsis, though.
I did not know that you would be going to a show in Philadelphia. And to me, I thought the idea of you being at that show just kind of sounded a little absurd.
You stink.
I didn't meet any absurd people in Philly, just Herb.
It upsets me that this all isn't big enough to where the Mike Durbin and Herb Crackerjack meeting doesn't live up to Billy Barty and Sean Ross Sapp, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like that should be on the same level. You know?
Yeah.
Mike Durbin confronts Herb Crackerjack should be on the same level as those two idiots.
Well, I did not meet Rue of Rue TV. I met Herb Crackerjack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do think, though, we should invite Rue into the Get My Go annual Christmas special.
I would not have Rue on the show. I would definitely have Herb Crackerjack on. I think I'm fascinated by Herb Crackerjack. And I was watching him interact, and I don't think he was at NWA 76 to enjoy the wrestling. I think he was there, for content for his channel. And I'm just watching this guy work, and I got to respect the work ethic and the brain of the man behind Herb Crackerjack. But enough on him.
Yeah, the big question though is, where is Chadster? How come he can't join us?
That's mainly due to another cunt who will get a receipt eventually one of these days. Revenge is a dish best served cold.
You take it in the starfish.
Well, if the Chadster cannot join us anymore, we have a quick message to Chad.
And if you leave me now, you take away the biggest part of me. Ooh, baby, please don't go.
Those blue glasses look really cute on him.
Yeah,
I love that. No, Chad's will be back on soon. Just someone has thrown a major roadblock in our path to have
Conan big, Conan gay.
Jesus.
Dude, how can we get Conan Gay on the show? Is that guy still alive?
I don't even know if Conan's still alive.
I've tried researching the actual wrestler Conan Gay, but I don't think I don't know if that person's still with us. But
yeah. Well, hopefully this episode won't fall flat on its face, just like Liam Payne did.
Dude, we could actually do 2 hours.
There we go.
All right, Dean's only got 20 minutes left, so we got to get
say,
going
stop
here.
playing with your fucking new toys.
Yeah. All right, let's get right into this. The biggest thing since we started the show was my number one problem with people is audio quality and effort and production quality. And our target for this episode is somebody new. It's probably the biggest name in podcasting history, wrestling podcasting history. Of course, Conrad Thompson, a man that I've met several times. He's always nice to me, and I have nothing bad to say about him in general. But for some reason, man, it's like whether it's him or his producer Dave Silva, the quality has not been up to par lately. And it's these guys are at the top of the game. They have adfreeshows.com. People pay money to listen to the shit and watch it. I don't know what happened. I don't know if Conrad went to his other house. He's got multiple houses, but for some reason he can't have multiple microphones. I don't know if he went to the other house because of that hurricane last month, but for whatever reason, he's broadcasting from a massive echoey kitchen. It's probably a beautiful multi-million-dollar mansion, but he didn't fucking bring another microphone with him. So
what are the chances that he would be in the kitchen? And I sure hope that this wife is safe during this hurricane, because we know that his first one wasn't, and you can post his mug shot here.
This is a clip from a recent Something to Wrestle with Bruce Prichard, where Bruce is really, he just doesn't care anymore. You can tell. The guy doesn't want to do the show anymore. He's probably under contract and he can't get out of it. I don't know what's going on, but he doesn't give a shit anymore.
He probably told Conrad some type of insider knowledge that he's like, no, I've got you against the wall, Bruce.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson, and you're listening to Something to Wrestle With.
Okay, first off, he's wearing AirPods, and I don't know why people think that's acceptable to do on a podcast. It's not. I mean, you can do it to hear, but when they're recording the audio, that just sounds like shit. It's not acceptable.
And the thing about Bruce Prichard is I have met these guys both and interviewed them both. Bruce Prichard actually looks like Brother Love these days.
Yeah,
he does. I was about to comment on that. Yeah.
And Conrad has always looked like a king, but instead he's recording like a cunt. So this is a terrible, and the fact that this show's so big is insane.
Well, it's not really that big. I think it's really gone downhill. If you look at their YouTube views lately, they're pretty low. So I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on.
I think like a few years back, it was a big deal. Like all these old stories and that. And then he just saturated the market. And then it's like all these different people telling the same, like talking about the same shit. It's like, hey, let's hear Dustin Rhodes talk about the Montreal screw job. What the fuck do I care? Like a million people have talked about that. So yeah, I think it's on the downward slide in a big way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember there was a YouTube comment that Keeping 100 got about something to wrestle with that they used to love. That they would hear a new episode, go get baked and watch whatever topic it was they were speaking about on the WWE network. And but since then, since Bruce came back to WWE, he's terrified of saying anything.
Yeah.
And
understandable.
They would probably, yes, true. And they would probably flag you for using their clips, but you can find footage online of Bruce talking about the same topic twice, or the same incident twice, and given two completely different recollections. So,
yeah. Well, you can see him here. He's got some very expensive headphones, but they're not on his ears. They're just hanging around his neck. And there is a microphone, but it's off camera. For some reason, he doesn't have it close to him, and he mentions that.
Bruce Prichard. Bruce, what's going on, man? How are you?
¿Qué pasó, man? You know, little Cabo San Lucas. Shout out to Chef Tez. If you're ever in Cabo San Lucas, look up Chef Tez, man. Great place. And got a little color on my Hughezy there, and just ready to rock and roll.
Dude, with the color on your face, you look more like Brother Love than ever.
Hey,
you know what? That Conrad Thompson's got some good observations. I take back everything that's been said about him. He didn't beat his first wife. She headbutt his fists and called the police. She's a bitch, and I'm very happy for Conrad.
Oh, I'm living my fantasy, bitch.
So there we go. Team Conrad. I love his stories.
Yeah, I was just going to ask, what the fuck was Bruce just talking about?
I think he went on vacation to Mexico or somewhere, and he got tan or sunburned. Yeah.
I could not follow that at all. Like, he's just immediately got to go into these silly voices and characters. And, yeah, they were like a nice addition to good stories. And now it's just like all gimmick. Oh, voices all the time. Yeah.
Got a little redness going.
Good looking man, I heard he was. Yeah.
That's what I've heard.
Good stuff, lads.
Yeah.
Bad Blood is back.
Night long. Train keeps rolling all night long. Train keeps rolling all night long.
Is that an Aerosmith jersey you're wearing?
Yeah, right it is. Nine lives, baby. That's
Wow.
all I got. Nine. Count it.
Man, I'm fired up for the pay-per-view this weekend. Bad Blood, of course, the first Bad Blood was the first home of
Pause that a second.
Yeah.
Conrad Thompson's new house is the same designer as Juan Under's swanky living room.
Man, speaking of Juan Under, he hasn't been seen since our Christmas episode 2 years ago.
I actually seen him in the comment section of there's a video shitting on the Dave Meltzer interview on Keeping It 100, and wouldn't you know it, Juan, son of Conan, is in the comments giving his advice on what the show needs to do. What a wanker.
All of that just felt like Johnny podcasting and one of his co-hosts. Like, what is going on with this show? It's nonsense. It's nothing.
Look at the look in Conrad's eyes. He's probably just sitting there thinking, do you remember how you used to tell behind the scenes stories of Hulk Hogan doing massive amounts of cocaine at WrestleMania 4? He says, now we're talking about Aerosmith jerseys. What the fuck's happened to my show?
Yeah.
We got a new voice of Raw. It's a fun time to be a WWE fan.
Hell,
And
I
today,
got a new voice of Raw. I got a new voice of something to wrestle with, and I don't even know how to use half of it. I threw half of it out last night, got it all installed. It was working great. You'll notice my headset's not on my head. Conrad, let's try it. Hang on. Wait. But Jen.
What is going on?
Which one of these two do you think's going to die first?
You know, the way that the ad-free shows record, they have their producer, Dave Silva. He's like on with them while they record everything because he inserts like, you know, the ad graphics and then, you know, he, I guess, produces the show. But like, why are you even hitting the record button if this is what it sounds like at this point? Like, nothing is set up right. Conrad sounds like absolute trash. Bruce's shit is on, but you'll see where his microphone is because he brings it in. His headphones aren't on, which means he's going to yell. I mean, everything about this is fuck. I put this all on the producer. You know, this is not the talent's fault. This is the fucking producer being lazy or like similar to somebody else we know. He's like scared to ask the talent to do something.
this is the year of the tag team.
See, okay, I can do this. I can talk like this. I'm going to try with it. They're just so loud, and I can't figure out how to do it.
So he doesn't want to wear his headphones because it's too loud. But I mean, there's a very simple way to adjust that. You just go into your settings and you turn the volume down. Or I'm looking on my keyboard. I have the volume up, volume down. Why don't you just hit that?
No. But now I'm thinking about. So it was connected to the headphones when it was around his neck, because I didn't see him adjust it when he put them on his head.
Yeah.
So was he listening from around his neck? Is that what's going on?
Yeah. How's he listening? It's got to be. I think it's coming out of his speakers, the computer speakers.
I just love that.
And now he's just like, basically he turned down the volume by putting his headphones on. Is that what you're saying?
Bruce Prichard is such a massive fan of Vince McMahon that he actually has a monument to him having his shit in the background, as you can see there.
Yeah, not bad.
To make them less loud.
What if I talk like this?
Yeah, well, you know what? I'll try it for a little bit.
Okay.
Because
listen,
around my neck, I feel like those guys that go through the airport, you know?
Yes.
Be bothered. You know the guys I'm talking about.
Darban, what word would you use to describe those guys?
Travelers.
Okay.
We're in an airport.
With the hard ER.
What? Move my mic? Where? Where the fuck do you want me to move my mic to, Dave? Communicate. Use your words. You want it closer? You want it further away? What the fuck do you want? Okay? What? You want it by my mouth? How's that?
Yeah.
Yes, you put it by your fucking mouth. That's what you do. This guy has been in the entertainment and production business for what, 45 years now? And he doesn't understand your microphone needs to be by your mouth. When they cut promos, do they have the microphone way off to the side?
Yeah,
no.
just hold it by their fucking, like, put their hands down by their sides and cut a promo.
Yeah.
How does he not know this? Like, and these guys have been, this is one of the first big wrestling podcasts. They've been doing this for like almost 10 years now. How has this not been figured out yet?
It's insane.
Is that better? I'm getting direction on this thing. Okay, this is all new.
Conrad hitting his wife there.
Well, I was going to wait. The way it echoed, it sounds like there's definitely a lot of flab moving when he slaps his hand down.
Hey, this is behind the scenes.
This is something to troubleshoot with Bruce Prichard.
Can you hear me fucking now?
It's not behind the scenes when you put it out on air. Fuck you, idiot.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
yes,
I'm-
he does
I'm-
sound better. You sound a lot better now, Bruce. Like,
Yes.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet it's simply that he doesn't have the actual mic set up to be connected to. So he's talking into his maybe a laptop that's running dead on battery.
no, I think the mic's on because when he moved it closer, it got better. I think it's on. He just doesn't want it. He doesn't want it on the camera for some reason. Just like Johnny podcasting.
The worst part as well is because it's off to the side, everything goes out forwards and gets the chance to bounce off all the walls first before it goes past the microphone. So as soon as he brought it closer, the echo started to stop.
Yeah.
I'm
sorry. The reason I get so angry about this because this used to be my favorite podcast, like 7 or 8 years ago. I've listened to and then it's like over the years it's become shit. I don't know, man.
I can't hear you fucking. Hey, I don't want to hear you fucking.
But here's the thing, Conrad. Did we not spend an inordinate amount of time going through all of this shit to get to the position where the microphone was way over there?
I can't believe I'm getting into all this ridiculous technical bullshit, but he's looking at a monitor over, towards Conrad in a respect. His face has to look that way. Yet the mic is over on the other side of his face. So he's never actually in the direction of the microphone. And he has to sort of like turn his head away and look back. Like it's the dumbest setup possible.
Yeah.
It's absurd.
Absurd.
Move your microphone a little closer. You want to see the microphone? Is that what it is?
Why? What is it offensive to people to have a microphone in the shot? No.
It's fucking ridiculous. We can see a man's skirt lifted up to show off his anal cavity, but he literally has 2 microphones in the background.
Yeah, 2.
Like, what were they for?
That's like another thing. Just that classic. What is that? That classic style of microphone, that old 50s style. Whenever you see some Mark podcaster on Twitter that's like, thinking they're getting over on Disco Inferno, like always in their profile picture or their show logo, they always have that microphone. And then if you go, I always have to check their YouTube channel. Of course, they never are using microphones. So
yeah. And of course, that's the type of microphone that James Hetfield uses when he's on stage.
Yes.
Metallica returning soon to Australia.
Yeah, for the first time in 13 years, I think.
El perfecto, sí. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's no beating that. I had more questions, but
I'm going to beat this question, or we can't beat that, just like I definitely beat my wife.
I can't thank you enough for all the time today, Bruce. It felt good to be back in the saddle. Welcome back to from Cabo.
Conrad can't wait to be. Couldn't be happy to be back in the saddle. The horse is definitely not happy that he's back in the saddle.
Yeah, and he's talking about a show called Bad Blood, but looking at these two, it should be called Cog the Blood.
And it's at a special start time too, right, Bruce?
I'm gonna have a goddamn double spinning toe hold match. The both gotta get the double spinning toe hold on everybody at the same time. A fucking kind of bullshit is this.
The American Cream.
Oh shit!
Everybody does a shit
right
Rhodes impression because of this cunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at the side of his face, man. How can he be living much longer?
Yeah.
Had to get that in. For those who know, you know. For those who don't, just fucking enjoy it. God damn it.
I mean, even there, did you notice?
Yeah.
When he was talking that way, and then when he turned his head, it got suddenly louder.
Yeah.
What an amazing thought.
Like when I'm done with this, I'm going to run it through Levelator and it's going to probably level everything up. But if you were to watch the raw audio of this, of their show, dude, he's just up and down and they have a producer on with them and he doesn't even care. He doesn't tell them to do anything. I mean, come on, guys. You guys are you're supposed to be professionals. You guys take people's money to produce this content. You can join the ad-free shows for $9 a month.
It's absurd.
All right, that's the end of that one.
Hey.
All right, so then next week, I think it was the next week after that, they double down and Bruce is just like, he seems like he's annoyed that people complain. Well, first, I got to mention that if you look in the YouTube comments on that episode, dude, like 95% of them are just them getting torched for the audio. So then Bruce doubles down on the next episode and he seems angry. Yeah, he seems angry that people were.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson, and you're listening to Something to Wrestle With Bruce Prichard. Bruce, what's going on, man? How are you?
All right, so Conrad is back in his normal studio. Conrad sounds great. Thank you for that, Conrad.
Does he?
But he sounds a lot better. I mean, it still is a little echoey considering he's got.
It's very echoey out there.
Yeah, it's like it sounds like the Chadster's basement.
Is the Conrad so fat that he's actually recording live from an airport hangar? It just seems like a basement because he's fat.
That's me, world traveler by God, just by day. Go ahead and ask me where Santa Barbara is because I don't know.
So not only is there no microphone, there's no computer. He will tell you he's recording from an iPad.
Well, at least he's got it in landscape mode.
This is the thing I hate about this show is that it's like they feel like they have to have a mandatory 15 minutes of small talk before they get into the topic. Like just get into it. Like you don't have to put out 3 hour long, 4 hour long shows. Like it's perfectly fine to edit it down. Like I haven't listened to an episode of this show in a while, but I know that I can tell there's always like 30, 40 minutes that could be cut out of it.
Well, today we're doing something that you and I both enjoy.
Beating our fucking wives if they talk during the motherfucking game.
Ask Bruce anything. And I know one of the first questions that we've got is, are y'all going to sound better this week? I am back in my studio.
No, fuck all y'all. I've sold everything. I got rid of everything. This is it, folks. You listen to it on an iPad, and that's all you're ever going to get.
All right, fuck you, audience. Fuck you, people that have paid. Go fuck yourself. And no, Conrad still sounds like shit. That echo is fucking insane.
Yeah.
He sounds garbage still.
Yeah, I think that Bruce is speaking from the attitude of a guy who's got some type of watertight contract with a massive company that just signed a fucking $5 billion deal. So he's now, and he looks like shit, Bruce.
Yeah.
So I think he's really getting to the stage where, okay, end the show. I've got Vince McMahon hush money to deal with. And I'll not mention his daughter.
You know who else really looks like shit and very unhealthy recently is our old friend Johnny Podcasting.
I actually have a clip that leaked out of Johnny going through the catalog looking for a new lady.
I'll do the finger.
So...
Yeah, it's pretty funny. The good old days. So let's go on Tamatanga, Loa, and Hikuleo versus Roman and Jimmy and Jay with Jacob and have The Rock turn on Roman at War Games. Interesting, Brandon.
It'll happen. It'll probably happen.
Let's see where it goes. It could be some interesting stuff they're going to do. I love Survivor Series. It's probably my third favorite pay-per-view that they do, or PLE. So
nice.
Rumble, Mania. I love Survivor Series. SummerSlam is always the lamest to me. Of the big ones, at least.
SummerSlam was actually decent this year.
It was decent, but I'm saying like where I rank the top 4 pay-per-views, like the WWE's top 4, I go to me the ones I like the most: Rumble, Mania, Survivor Series, SummerSlam. Where would you rank yours?
Sure.
I got to bounce, guys.
Okay, Dean, where are you going to bounce to? Tell us quickly.
Yeah, I'm heading off to United States of Australia on YouTube. Yeah, please like and subscribe. We've had a nice little bump thanks to an opportunity Hughezy gave me.
You wanted to talk about me.
Of course, Aaron. Of course.
Thank you for admitting it.
You've got all this crazy shit going on in your life.
Of course I do.
Why wouldn't I want to talk about it?
The Steel Toe Morning Show, 6 to 10 a.m. Central Time, to hear all about it instead of Dean Huzitz from Australia.
How did you know his surname?
And we're in the process of monetization. Just waiting on the YouTube review. So all good time. So youtube.com/@United States of Australia. And I've got to go start a live show. See you later, boys.
Good day.
See you, Ned.
Orale, this is Conan. Order my figurine at the link below. Boom. Orale, les habla Conan. Ordena mi figura aquí abajo en la liga.
What?
Nothing. I was just
no. That's my response. Trying to fit. look, we did plenty of tests. It was told it was excellent. I was whispered in the middle of the show, hey, I think something might have fallen out, but I got it fixed. Everything's going to be great. And it wasn't great, so fuck it. I got rid of everything, and we're doing it on an iPad. I'm kind of liking it. I just mash play. Actually, I don't even mash play. I just mash buttons. By God, that's what you'll get.
But then don't release the fucking shows if they sound that way.
Yeah, the thing that pisses me off the most is that one episode that was really bad was the one about the powers of pain, which I really wanted to hear. 'Cause how often are they mentioned? And they do excellent deep dives into wrestlers' history and stuff. And I wanted to hear about the fucking powers of pain, but no.
Yeah, I remember once during the pandemic, if you remember that time, they put out a 5-hour long episode on Edge. And I remember just listening to the whole thing, start to finish, down in my home cinema. And I thought this was fucking amazing. I wanted to hear the Powers of Pain episode, and of course I didn't. I would like them to do it again, you fat bastards.
Well, the show sounded weird last week because I was not in my home studio and was doing it from a laptop. I don't know the tangent, Bruce.
Bruce doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Bruce got new equipment and doesn't know how to do it. That was what I got. So you know what? Bruce doesn't know what he's doing. Bruce knows how to mash this button on this thing here, and by God, that's what we're doing.
You got, I mean, goddamn, you got to feel bad for him a little bit, Bruce Prichard. He's probably working 60, 70 hours a week, and then he still has to set aside 2 or 3 hours on a Sunday morning or whatever they record this. He doesn't want to do this anymore, man.
Your podcast, it is weirdly time consuming, and he's not. I remember hearing that when they were at their peak, they were pulling in like 100 to 200K dollars just from ad buys alone, which is pretty fucking amazing. But now he's like one of the top guys in WWE during one of their biggest times ever. So he's like 200K is nothing to me. Why am I here?
Yeah.
Fat bastard.
So that's what we're doing. Is it? It's good, right? No, yes. No. I don't know. I was told it was great last week, the night before, and the day of, but I guess those people aren't speaking up. So let's go.
All right, let's.
You said ask me anything.
How you feeling today, Bruce? Conrad from Huntsville wants to.
Great.
Good.
Fucking elbows out to here. I feel great.
Conrad from Huntsville wants to know, do you know a local dentist? My wife slipped in the shower in the living room while I was watching the game.
All right, hit this third clip. This is just a example of how good it could sound if they just put some effort into it.
And Vince's response was, part of him wishes he never made the deal. And he's sort of indicating that maybe just one company having the entire business wasn't the best thing. Did you ever have conversations like that with Vince about whether or not that was a positive in the end?
I just like to pause a second. When that notification came up for the subscribe, that was not us. That was something to wrestle with. But I would like anyone watching at this point to just write their favorite type of sandwich down in the comments. Just spam up the comment section. Hit the like button. Spam it up. Let's algorithm this shit out of Get My Go. I don't even know if Get My Go's in the algorithm because like we have bigger gaps between episodes than Conrad Thompson's first right between her teeth after a good punching. Anyway.
The way it was done, what we did purchase was good, and it was good for the company.
See, he's got the microphone kind of near him. It's on camera. For some reason, he doesn't like that, but you can hear him better. Again, I put this all on the producer. He's supposed to be telling them what to do, and he's supposed to have everything set up before they start recording, but they don't.
It's absurd.
Am I able to share a web clip?
It should be.
Here's another of Conrad shows that I used to love. It was it's Grilling with JR, Jim Ross, and here again. I got to blame the producer for probably for years at this point. Jim Ross always has like a clicking. It's a very annoying clicking that goes on somehow, and you can look in their YouTube comments and people point that out, but nobody does anything about it.
Oh yeah, he's top dog.
Yeah,
he was the most over guy in the company, in my opinion. And that's why I never let up on recruiting him and trying to make him feel comfortable with this arrangement. I knew it was going to be a challenge because he was surrounded by.
Maybe it's Jim Ross's face is so fucked up from all those Bell's palsy incidences that it's actually his face makes that noise when he tries to move it.
By uncertainty. And pretty much his whole career, he was either an indie wrestler, just going by what he was going to make that night, which is scary for a married man with a family. It really is. So I just knew that we could use Taz, and I thought he could become a star, and I still believe that. If he hadn't got hurt, I just no telling how far off the ladder he would have gone. He was potentially dangerous for the established main eventers.
Cut it. I mean, dude, how do you listen to 2 hours of that? I don't know. Maybe some people can't. I just can't do that. I can't do it.
Yeah, it's little stuff like that, and that's why it's been annoying me with my podcast recently. I've no idea how or why, but there's a clicking noise that only comes from when I record, and no other time. It's the same mic, it's the same settings, but it's only when I record it clicks. So this will probably happen when you go back and watch this. I'm a hypocrite. I have AIDS, all that stuff.
Hit me with that Conan singing thing again.
This one?
Summer loving had me a blast. But summer loving happened so fast. I met a girl crazy for me. Met a boy cute as could be.
Or did you mean this one?
And if you leave me now, you take away the biggest part of me. Ooh, baby, please don't go.
Speaking of Conan, if you want to get the Conan Major Bendies, the official limited edition Mike Durban Productions exclusive Conan Major Bendy, go to MikeDurban.com, and you can also get a Matt Cardona autograph trading card or Brian Myers autograph trading card featuring Mike Durban Productions photography. MikeDurban.com. I dropped the prices on the figures. Now is a great time to get them. Autographed, non-autographed. You can get a loose figure if you want. It's a lot cheaper. You don't get the packaging or the trading card, but you can have a little Conan figure, or should I say figurine, to put on your desk or to shove up your arsehole.
It's not, speaking of shoving stuff up arseholes, are all those packages in the background, are they all stacked Conans?
No, that is the entire line of Major Bendies right there over here. Yeah.
Take that, homeless people. You may be starving in freezing temperature, but the Mike man has got a bunch of bendies, and they're all major.
Right now there's like over 100 different Major Bendy figures, and I have them all. I'm a completist.
Thanks, Kamala.
All right, that's it for this week's episode. Again, it's just a frustration of shows that I used to really love and look forward to every week. And for whatever reason, the talent or the producers just don't give a shit. Nobody cares about quality anymore.
But that's the thing. I actually had this conversation a couple of weeks ago, which you can find this on Hughezy Entertainment on YouTube with Carl from WATP. And it genuinely feels like podcasts, the podcasting is dying off, and that it's the clip format that is the way forward. So even though people would record a 2-3 hour long show, instead of putting out the 2-3 hour long version, it's right, let's get this batch edited into clips for the next week, then we'll record the next batch. And it seems to be that's the way it's going, because the long format, like, they're really worth it. There's no show I listen to that I don't fast forward through.
All right, what else you got to plug, Hughezy?
At the Hughezy on Twitter and Instagram, at Huge Entertainment, where you can find me on YouTube. And I would specifically say go subscribe to the YouTube, mostly because it's free, but also we're coming into the Christmas season, which is my favorite time to record. I have a lot of episodes planned. It's going to be a very busy, packed thing. I have begun to live stream a lot more now instead of pre-recording. It's just more fun and less effort, which is exactly what I like to do. And so go to that. And of course, Keep It 100 official on YouTube. That show is dying. The number, we're about to have our lowest viewed month ever again, which I didn't think I would have said after last month. This will be the fourth time this year that we've had the lowest viewership so far. And it's everybody's fault but mine, and I'm sticking to that. But apart from that, everything's great. Durband?
All right, check out MikeDurband.com. Follow me on Twitter at MikeDurband. Check out Eyes Up Here with Francine and the Chadster. Check out Absurd with Joe Feeney. And yeah, I think the next episode is going to be our Christmas episode. Do you have any ideas for that one, Hughezy? I know you have a bunch of new Christmas sweaters that you're going to wear for the show.
Yeah, I think that what we need to do for Christmas is we need to get Durband the StreamYard account, so that we can live stream it, and you can be in complete control of it. And can you hear that storm outside?
No.
It's fucking crazy. I hope my bushes are okay. But seriously though, folks, storms can be dangerous. And hopefully, I think that'll be a good live stream. You could put the link out into the Facebook group page. Anyone and everyone who's a Get My Go Facebook member can then appear on the Christmas special. But Christmas apparel is mandatory, or else you can cunt off.
You know, I love my wife, and I respect her. And
that
appreciate
shit's overrated, you gay. I love my wife. Oh, yuck.
Is this a good time to go to Super Chats?